I've been trying to look for an apartment, and the places that I'm looking at, I need to make 3 times the rent to be able to rent them. And unfortunately, with my job, I'm a CNA. I don't make 3 times the rent. So I need a child support order to be able to add to my income so I can meet the requirement.
Left me with nothing, homeless, left me a single parent to our child with nothing. My biggest regret.
I have a lot of regrets, and I have a lot of regrets about my divorce. And one of them is that
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
So recently I caught up with an old friend, and she was telling me that she got divorced. And I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple, and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids, and I just got lonely and bored.
I am processing the most triggering breakup I've had in 9 years.
Why are men so horrible?
On the day my divorce was final, I'll never forget what my ex said to me. He looked me right in the eyes and he said, "You're going to regret this. You're going to get 6 months down the road and you're going to regret divorcing me." And you know what? He's right. I did have regrets.
Divorce is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, you guys. It's been a year since everything got finalized. And I am living my best life. I am thriving really lately, and finally happy with my routine and my solitude and the things that I do on my own. But this week marks a year, and I'm feeling that grief, just kind of clouding over me, which is wild. It's this person doesn't even exist in your life after 7 years, and like the thought that the things that you thought you were going to build together no longer are viable.
For starters, who's marrying chicks with a septum piercing, bald shade hair like G.I. Jane, and tattoos on her knuckles and neck? Guys, stop being desperate. The next thing is, she's saying she enjoys her solitude, she enjoys her peace, everything's cool, but you're mourning a marriage that's been over for 7 years. I'm telling you guys, these women need you. They cannot function without a man in their life.
I cheated on my husband of 14 years and lost him forever.
When my divorce was finalized and my ex-husband moved out, the first couple of nights I had crippling anxiety.
So when I was married for 13 years, and I 100% supported my ex-husband in the startup of his business. I created his LLC. I did all of these things. I pushed him to go to his taxidermy school. I made sure that he had a business. I picked the start date. I made the Facebook page. I did all of the things for him. And in the background, I was building my own business and working full time. Fast forward several years later, and we decided to get a divorce. Things just didn't work out. The why doesn't matter, but what does matter, and what I'm really struggling with right now, and I'm sure that I'm not alone, is that I was the breadwinner, right? He was a small business owner, so tax returns, write-offs, all the things. And I worked full-time, W-2, making over 6 figures a year. So when it came down to time for our divorce, even though the reasons of the divorce were not my fault fully, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm just as much to be held accountable for the divorce as him.
Exactly. But they don't want to admit that. These women think that, it's always the man's fault. Don't you hear from women, my ex cheated on me. He did this to me. He did all these different things. What did you do? See, they never talk about what they do. These chicks be nagging, complaining. They be withholding sex and bedroom action from their husbands. They do all type of stuff. They gaslight them. They don't give them affection. They don't appreciate them. These men are working hard to provide and protect and do all these different things. And these chicks just, it's so horrible. So if marriages are so horrible for you women, why do you push for it so much? Why are y'all always trying to settle down and get married to a man? Why don't you just stay single or go be in a relationship with a bear? Move to the forest, since men are such terrible people.
Anyways, because I made the majority of the money on paper, I was required to take all of the debt in my divorce or pay him alimony or child support. And quite frankly, you got me up. because ain't no mother time. So I will.
This is what men got to go through. We got to pay child support, alimony, give her the house, give her the dog and the car, and be a weekend dad. This is what we got to go through. So as soon as she gets a dose of equality and you got to pay a little bit of that, oh man, you got me effed up.
Willingly took all of the debt and 100% am supposed to pay for all of the kids' activities and all of the things, which I do. And like literally everybody in my life told me not to do that. And I thought, it's fine. I've got it. I'll be able to handle it. Everything's fine. I'm going to be able to do it. And here we are, like 2 years out, and I'm literally drowning.
Here's why women regret divorce more than men. Financially speaking, women's lives get worse after the divorce, while men's get better. The standard of living for women goes down an average of 27%, while the standard of living for men goes up 10%.
Hello, my beauties. Guess who's single again? It's okay, though. It's okay.
You talking about you single? She at least 70 years old. She act like she young. What are you still dating and doing videos for? Man, listen, these chicks, they want to be the center of attention so much. You're about to croak. You should be in a nursing home. Single? Again? How many men your age are actually dating?
I went to see Mr. Pink tonight, and I'm so grateful that I got to meet Mr. Pink, because he was an incredible distraction in my life that reminded me what it is to feel being in love. He made me realize that the person I want to be with is somebody who really can fucking make me laugh, because he made me laugh every single day. I think that we were right for each other for the moment that we met and the time that we spent together. But I think that our paths are just not aligned for a long time. You know, it was just something that was a very special portion of my life that I definitely needed to have. So I went to his house tonight. He made a delicious chicken Caesar salad. We sat and we chatted, and I was really worried because I wanted to have a chat with him, and I was like, I need to talk to you, but I don't know how to do this, and I want to be sick in my mouth. I was just like, I just did not know how to begin the conversation. And he went, do you want me to go first? And it was really kind because I couldn't do it. And yeah, it was just, he's a really good guy, and we both just know that it's you know, that we're friends, and that's.
What are you friend zoning men at the age of 74? Like what are you doing? You should be in a marriage or something. She putting herself through all this trauma and all this garbage and these ups and downs. You about to croak soon. Knock on wood. Let's just be honest with you. The man above is about to come get you. And you having relationship issues. You know what she's acting like? She's trying to act like she's young again. You just look at it. She's trying to act like the young chicks that's going through relationship and having dating issues. She wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was really difficult. I couldn't do the thing.
A few moments later.
I'm doing really ugly crying because I didn't know my cat was in here. She must have thought I was crazy. I'm just really realizing that my marriage is over and it's really bad. I'm really sad.
So here's how I learned how to meet my own needs after divorce. So I'm that girl that was in relationships from the time she was 14 years old until at 31, I looked at my husband and I was like, peace out, dude. I'm going to go do me now. But it didn't.
Peace out, dude. You're going to go do me. I told you, these women, they just break up marriages and break up happy homes and good situations because they just feel like it. Because they want to do them. I just want to do something different. And you look like, what? Wait, what's going on? I told you, listen, marriage for these women is just something to do. It's just something to check off. And after I done checking it off and they tried it, now I'm gonna go out there and be a for the streets. I want to live a hot girl summer. I want to go out there and just try different dudes. This is what they do. It's like seasons in their life, man. Marriage ain't nothing to these women. It's just something for fun. And then they gone. They store it out.
It didn't take me long after leaving my marriage to just find the next guy. The thing was, the next guy was a lot younger, and I knew that it wasn't going to last forever. He looked at me the same way. It was a casual thing. But ending that casual thing, that's when it got really hard. Casual guy and I are still great friends, but separating that meant me going out on my own emotionally for the first time since I was 14 years old. When that casual thing ended and I was like, okay, Jade, we're doing this. We're going to learn how to just fulfill our own need. I went through at least a 6 to 8 month span where I was very angry at men. Very angry. Because in my world, in my life, they've basically been a constant letdown. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And during that very, very angry phase that I had, I still, in my head, was thinking, I still need to find a partner, and that, the search hadn't ended.
So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship.
What? So your ex-husband is in a new relationship, has another chick, and you having reactions? Listen, I told you guys, these women want to leave you. They want to divorce you. They want to break up with you. But at the same time, they still want you to want them. They don't want you to be happy. This is why she's feeling like this, having these reactions and scratching, because this old bag who's past her prime does not want her ex-husband to be in a relationship and be happy. Bitter and evil chicks, man.
Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't.
What, man, dude? Listen, these chicks are mentally ill. You have a boyfriend and you worried about what he doing?
Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was, because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person.
What, man? Listen, these chicks, they're not right in the head. The modern female needs to be studied. They need to be on medication. You divorced that man. You left him. Now that he moves on, he has another chick. He has another life. And you still upset and frustrated after you divorced that man? I told you, these women don't want to see you happy. Matter of fact, they want you to delete yourself in your own life over them. That's what will make them happy. This is why these bitter baby mamas, these evil chicks, when you have a better life, you get a promotion, you have a new girlfriend, or you get remarried, all of a sudden they can't handle it.
Or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him. And I've never loved anybody like him either. But I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
So I see women on this app like crashing out because of how horrible like their ex-husbands are, their baby dads are, just like ruining their life and just, you know, making their life so difficult. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so horrible what those women are going through. And now I'm one of them. I filed for divorce 2 months ago. I've been trying to look for an apartment, and the places that I'm looking at, I need to make 3 times the rent to be able to rent them. And unfortunately, with my job, I'm a CNA. I don't make 3 times the rent. So I need a child support order to be able to add to my income so I can meet the requirement.
Women.
And I've been trying to get into some sort of settlement with my soon-to-be ex-husband on that. And basically, he is blackmailing me, I guess. He wants me to sign away all rights I have to his military retirement. He is in the Army. He has been in for 18 years. He'll be retiring in 2 years. And I've been married to him the entire time. So the retirement's a marital asset. So I am entitled to part of it.
Something is wrong with you.
We've been going back and forth and fighting about it, and I just can't take it anymore. I just want to leave. I just want to move out, and I just want to start my life over. So I offer to sign away my right to the military retirement in return for spousal support and the entirety of the savings account that we have.
What?
I send the proposal to my lawyer and tell her this is what I'm proposing to do. And she comes back and says, well, this is a bad idea. And then she says, well, you could get a temporary order from the court for the child support, but that's going to cost you $4,000 in legal fees, and it may not be binding because it's only temporary, so you may not even be able to use that to really add to your income. And she goes into this long thing, which I appreciate. I appreciate her telling me the legal stuff, because she's basically telling me you are an idiot to sign this away. And she does all the numbers, and the numbers don't make any sense. Basically, I'm giving away more to get less. She's basically trying to persuade me to kind of wait this out till the final order happens, because it will go in my favor if I can just wait it out. But I can't wait it out because I have to stay in the house with this person. Yesterday, he called me the nanny. He said that I'm going to pay you child support and you're just going to be the nanny for my kids. When I told him, like, I need to try and stay in the district so our kids can keep going to their school, and the neighborhood that we're in is a little bit more expensive, so I need the child support order. And he said, it's not my problem. It's not my problem that you can't afford a place for them to live.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
In fact, I hope that's how it plays out. Because I want the kids to see that you can't support them. I want the kids to see that you can't afford for them to live in a nice place. And I want them to know that they're going to have to go through a hardship because of what you did. Your pressure campaign that he's been putting me under for the last 2 months since I filed is really him trying to get me to drop the whole thing. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe he just wants me to drop the whole thing. If I went to him and I said, okay, I'm just going to drop the divorce, got rid of my lawyer, and then didn't do anything, I think he'd drop his lawyer and we would just go about life like before. I honestly believe that. I just think he doesn't want to not be married anymore to me. Not because he loves me or anything like that, but just because this is a big inconvenience to him. It's a big inconvenience, and he has to do all of these things he doesn't want to do, and all he wants to really do is just go to work, come home, play video games, watch some corn, and nap. And I'm disrupting all of his plans with my annoying, irritating divorce. This is very long, but I'm hoping that a woman's going to see me, see what I'm going through, and say to yourself, I don't want to go through that. And it could easily be me, because it could easily be you. I am not special. I am not special or unique. I'm just a woman. I'm just a woman with 2 kids. It could happen to you too.
you.